Here with men's tennis coach Jeff Halberg. Coach, coming off a couple of conference matches last weekend against Bethel and St. John's, coming back into it a couple of MIEC matches this weekend against Gustavus and Concordia. Talk a little bit about last weekend and the two matches against Bethel and St. John's.
Well, we were really pleased with the way we played against Bethel. Bethel was, they were rated ahead of us in the coaches poll. They'd gotten our number for a few years in a row, and they have a good squad. And so we came into it knowing that we really needed to start well. I mean, the match had to start well, and it ended up being exactly that way. We started very well. We were actually behind in all three matches, but they were very close. 2 and 3 doubles pulled it out, both 8-6. And number 1 doubles came from 1-6 down, 3 match points down to pull out a result 9-7, which ended up being critical in the end because we only ended up winning 2 singles points. So it really, in a sense, kind of won us the match right there. Because we were able to win comfortably in a couple of positions, and of course, because Bethel came roaring back, trying to fight their way out of it, and so we were able to hold them off, and that was really a great start to our conference season. The next day against St. John's, we felt good about how we started. We talked about just defending our house, and playing with pride. St. John's, they beat us because they were a little deeper than us, and and so all credit to them. They did a nice job. But we were pleased overall with how we played. It was a good weekend overall, and certainly carrying forward, I think that it'll help us as we go down the road.
We've talked a lot about your number 1 doubles team of Mike Lunka and Bobby Steingraber. They have not been beaten this season. And you talked about that match against Bethel. They're down 6-1, down 3 match points. They just seem to have this desire that they are not going to lose. And that's quite the hole to climb out of to pick up a victory.
It is. I mean, this is I think the 3rd or 4th time they've come from behind to win. Against I want to say Concordia, Wisconsin, they actually held off 6 match points to win a match. So yeah, they've got a real determination in them to just they're not going to give anything away easily, and they're really talented. I mean, when they're rolling, they're very hard to stop. I mean, they're both just. Mike has got a massive serve. Bobby's got just incredible hands, and he picks the ball up very early, which gives his opponents a real hard time of trying to actually come across the middle and poach or anything like that. So they pose a real problem for opponents, as they've clearly demonstrated. So yeah, it's been a great start. Obviously, coming into this next match with Gustavus, now they've got a nationally ranked team that they've got to battle it out with. But we're looking forward to the match. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Let's talk about this weekend. You've got Gustavus for the guys on Friday night, and then you've got to travel to Moorhead on Sunday for a match against Concordia. Talk a little bit about playing Gustavus. Obviously, they're the team that the coaches picked to finish number 1. They've dominated the conference. Mentally, as the coach, how do you approach this match, and how do you get your players to play at the top of their game?
Well, the first one is we do start off with kind of the same idea of it's about it's really about defending your house. You'd like to be able to come away with wins all the time. I mean, all coaches want to do that, but one of the biggest keys for us is to play with pride. To win or lose, that we step off the court ourselves feeling proud of the effort we put out. And that's really the way it's been this season, and that's been, I think, a testament to the guys' effort. And it's also, I think, really shown in the way we've competed. And I think it really will help us in those tough conference matches coming up this season. There's never ever a guarantee, but I always tell my players I don't ask for guarantees from them. The only thing I ask is that they win or lose, they're fighting all the time. They're really putting a battle in, and so far this season it's been really, really nice. So we don't go into Gustavus fearful of them. We respect them, obviously, and they deserve that respect. But we don't fear anybody. We'll go out and play them toe-to-toe and have a good match.
You have a tough match at home, and then you've got to hit the road, and probably, well, for sure, your longest trip of the season in terms of travel. You've got to go to Moorhead on Sunday. Tough place to play because of the travel. Talk a little bit about the importance of that match on Sunday against Concordia.
Well, with the starting off the match in Bethel, obviously we established that we're ready to try and challenge in the conference this year. It's kind of been a building process the last couple of years, and I think we're at the point where the guys are ready to actually, try and push some numbers onto the boards and stuff. And so we're looking to try and do that again against Concordia. But Concordia is always a tough team. Troy puts out a great group of guys, and of course they're going to be defending their house. We're going to Moorhead, and whether it's indoors or out, which is bizarre to even think of at this point of the season. But if it, like right now, it's maybe in the 60s, and we'll be probably playing outdoors in March. But those things you can't control, and it's the same for them. They don't know whether they're doing indoors or out. So we just got to come prepared and start to battle from the first point. If that happens, I feel like our chances are pretty good.
Friday night, 6:30 at the Winona Tennis Center against Gustavus, and then Sunday morning, 9 a.m. in Moorhead against Concordia. Good luck, Coach.